back to the show, everybody. As always, I'm the host, Chris Onos, and today we have a special guest joining on the show. She is a piano actress. Should I say actress or singer? Hello, Blair. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's good to have you on the show. How is things with you?
All good, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So let's get to meet you. Tell us about yourself.
Oh God, what do you want to know?
Everything about
Um,
you.
so I am a singer-songwriter from Co.Meath. I have a YouTube channel and I go by the name Bonnier, and I post my songs to my YouTube channel.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Good to see people like yourself, who are into music, and a lot of things have happened for yourself since the pandemic. But I want to kind of talk about more of your music first of all, and then we can go into
Yeah,
other areas which are very, very
yeah.
important to our everyday lives. So coming back to your music, what really inspires you to go into music, and what other areas of music do you actually specialize in? Tell us about it.
Well, I started playing piano when I was 4. My mother taught me piano. So I grew up with music. I sang as a child as well. I used to sing in a choir.
Hmm.
And I kind of always sort of felt like I could write. You know, when you just have something in your head, like you have a feeling that I think one day I will maybe write my own music.
True.
But anyway, I just never got around to it. And then 2 years ago, my best friend was diagnosed with terminal cancer.
Oh no, so sorry.
Yeah, and so that kind of spurred me on. I wanted to write a piece of music for her just to let her know how much I loved her. And so I did. I composed a bit of piano music for her.
Hmm.
And that just kind of opened up floodgates, really. It just kind of all snowballed from there. And I just couldn't stop. I was just writing constantly. And then I started writing songs as well, writing lyrics. And yeah, I've written, I think it's over 85 songs now
Wow.
so far. Yeah.
That's very good. That's very good. That's the beauty about music. Things that happen around you, you have to use them somehow to relate to what we hear these days. So fair play to you to
Yeah.
really put in all this effort. You also mentioned that your mom actually teach you how to play piano at the age of
She
4.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So there was no getting away from it. God. No, she taught us all. Yeah. And we all had to do half an hour every day.
wow.
Hated it at the time, hated it as a kid. And I actually stopped playing from the age of around 14 or so. I stopped playing for a few years.
Hmm.
Kind of rebelled against her and stopped playing. But then I took it up again myself when I was about 17. And I was just so glad that I was able to play because it's such a
True.
gift to have, it's a lovely thing to
Hmm.
be able to do.
Hmm.
And yeah, I just playing again ever since.
Awesome. Good to hear that. I want to talk
Yeah.
to you about something very, very important as well. This is something that
Yeah.
pertains to yourself. We're
Yeah.
talking about mental health issues, and this is something that really affects a lot of people
Yeah.
before the pandemic and even after the pandemic and in between the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic. All of these really play a lot of role in our everyday lives. Now,
Yeah.
particular to yourself, how does this affect you mentally, physically? And you want to share more insight about it with us, please?
Sure. Well, I mean, my music has been incredibly therapeutic for me in terms of just being able to write down how you're
Mm,
feeling.
mm,
That was something I never did before. And yeah, it's been amazing, especially now with the pandemic. I found I never really suffered from anxiety before. But
mm.
when the pandemic hit, yeah, I found myself incredibly anxious and I was waking up in the middle of the night having panic attacks.
Mm,
And it was kind of frightening a little bit. So yeah, again, my music was my solace with that, and was able to kind of sort my head out a lot. Now I do spend a lot of time outside as well, and that helps walking and running and stuff. It's really really good for the head. But
yeah.
yeah, a lot of people I've spoken to have experienced the same thing. About a lot of people feeling very anxious and
Hmm. Other
worried.
than music, what other kind of therapy would you use to really actually help yourself? Because, like yourself, a lot of people are looking for different areas to get this kind of healing to come out of this or
Yeah,
mental health problem. What other than music, what other kind of remedy would you use to really help yourself? Share with us.
I I get outside. I think the outdoors is there's nothing like it. It's just so
Mm,
good for the head. Bit of fresh air, walk. You just get to clear your head, and especially after a run. Actually, I was only saying to my brother-in-law there the other day. We go running together,
Yeah.
and just how good you feel, how relaxed you feel after a run. You know, it's just really, really good. I was even feeling a bit anxious the other day on my way up to the park
Mm.
to go for a run. And just afterwards, I felt really good, and the anxiety was all gone. So yeah, I would highly recommend getting out for a run or a walk if you're not feeling too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me dive a little bit more inside on this one. When you have panic attack, what are the things
Yeah.
that kind of really ring it in your mind or in your head? What are the elements that hits you that make you to have this kind of tension on you?
God, I don't know, like, what exactly brought it about.
Mm.
I guess the pandemic and the lockdown I found really hard initially, because it's the not knowing when are you getting out of this, when you're going to get to see family again, etc. And I know panic attacks affect people differently, but for me, I was waking up in the middle of the night and not knowing who I was.
Mm.
And now it only lasts for a split second or a couple of seconds, but you don't know who you are, you don't know where you are. It's pitch black, you know, because it's nighttime, you can't see, and it's just that horrible fear and panic. And like I said, only for a few seconds, but then it's gone, and you realize, oh, I'm okay. But yeah, it's not a pleasant experience.
No, not at all. Because the reason why I'm asking you these things, it's just to give more people more insight of things, rather than keeping things inside of you.
Yeah,
To be able to kind of come out to share it, share for other people to know, hey, you're not alone. If you've
yeah,
experienced things like this, reach out. You're definitely gonna get a hand, so you can get more
yeah,
help. So fair play to you for coming
definitely.
on the show,
Yeah,
confident like this to really share more of these things. Let's dive back to your music. So we're
yeah.
2021. What are the other stuff you do have coming up in terms of your music? Tell us.
Well, I just wrote something I wrote a kind of a hook for an Irish rapper. I won't say
Okay.
his name just yet, because
Oh, you
we'll
tell
wait until
us.
all that happens.
Tell
No,
us.
sorry. But yeah, we're looking to get into the studio to record that hopefully over the next month, when we're allowed to,
True.
obviously.
Yeah.
We'll see, but yeah, soon. And then I've also been working with another singer-songwriter from the UK called James Passy, very talented guy.
Awesome.
I did piano and backing vocals on one of his songs called Dying of the Light there just recently, and we're going to work on a few more songs together. I think he's
Oh,
asked me
very
to
good. Very good.
do a bit of something on another one.
Yeah.
And myself, I'm just yeah, nonstop writing and loads of ideas, and I'm working towards getting into the studio and getting my own album. I don't know how many albums. I've got a few albums worth of stuff there now, but yeah, I need to get at least one done.
Yeah, one. We need
Anyway,
one.
yeah, we need one to get started. Yeah, so that's the plan. Yeah, but busy,
Yeah.
loads of things to do. Yeah,
That's
loads
good.
of things.
That's good. So what kind of lyrics are you kind of really into? Will it be more classic or more urban or more kind of R&B or in general?
My lyrics.
Yeah.
Right. Well, God, it depends. I write about things that are going on around me, things that are going on in the
Hmm.
news. I also write about things I experience and things I have
Okay.
experienced. So a lot of my songs are very personal, and yeah, I kind of like that you can sort of make things a little bit cryptic, so people wouldn't necessarily know straight away what you're talking about, but also then other people can relate as well, and they can get what
True.
they like out of my lyrics too. So
Yeah.
um yeah, open to interpretation, but
Hmm.
yeah, I write about lots of different stuff. Yeah.
That's good. I mean, it's good to see artists like yourself, doing this kind of stuff and pushing yourself high in areas like this. So
Yeah.
what would be like the big picture there for you as an artist? What would be like the big picture there for you?
The big picture. I just want to be able to do my music. I'd love to be able to get it recorded, and I'd love people to listen to it if they want to, of course.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not like that ambitious type that I want to be, the next Celine Dion or something like that. um,
There's
but
nothing bad in that, though. There's nothing
oh God, there's absolutely not. No, but Jesus, I mean, the music industry is very different these days as well. So
bad.
look, I just want to keep making music. Music is my first love, my number one love, and
Mm.
it always will be, I think. So just to be able to write music is just it's a real pleasure in itself. And to listen to something that you've created from start to finish is it's wonderful, really. And
Yeah,
I just want to keep being able to do that.
awesome.
But yeah, if I can get my stuff on the radio, bonus, that would be,
That's a
I
good
wouldn't
thing.
say no.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, no, of course,
Yeah.
everybody wants to get to the high level, but you got to put the work. Like you said, you've
Yeah.
worked and you've wrote a lot of stuff. You're just waiting for time to come so you can go studio to really kind of
Exactly.
know things and get your album out. So, which is a good
Yeah.
thing. That's one of those big pictures, that
Yeah.
one look forward to achieve something. Just before we let you run away, what would be your kind of advice you would like to give people out there if they're struggling through this hard time, they're going through any mental health breakdown? Things that they can do. I know you've mentioned them through what you've done, but just to reiterate again, just to make sure people can make use of themselves.
Yeah. Write down how you're feeling.
Hmm.
Write it down. Get outside. Go for a walk. Take up a sport or something if you can. If you can't take up a sport, do something creative. Creativity is so good for the head, and just channeling any of that stuff that's going on, because you can really turn it into something so positive.
I agree. Yes.
So yeah.
Stay positive, do what you can, but most important thing in your message is do go out there, make yourself useful, and you're gonna see the result. Am I right?
Exactly.
Awesome, girl. I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show today. Just before we let you run away, what would be the website people can find you, either a YouTube channel, whatever you have, so they can look up for yourself?
It's bonneer.com, BONNEER.com. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Stay with us for viewers. Stay tuned for more of the show. We got so much coming away. And my next guest who are coming on the show, they're going to be talking all about weight loss and a whole lot more. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Take it away.